Alright, so we need to start learning about how we deal with rational equations. So we're going to start with some easy problems to start out with. Alright, so in this particular problem, what I'd like you to do is we're going to set it up as a proportion. Sometimes you can set these up as proportions, and sometimes you don't have to. Well, what I mean is you don't have to do the cross products. So right here, if we set this up as negative 8 over r plus 6 equals 4 over 1. Okay. One of the things you need to understand is there's certain numbers that we cannot get that would be bad. For example, if r equaled a negative 6, that would make this denominator equal to 0. So if we end up getting negative 6, then we're not going to submit that. Okay, but we're not going to have to worry about that in this particular one. Okay, so right now we're going to do a little cross multiplication. Okay. Now you can do a negative 8 times 1, or you can do 4 times the sum of r and 6. So I'm just going to do 4 times the sum of r and 6. And we're going to set that equal to negative 8 times 1, which is negative 8. We'll go ahead and distribute. We get 4r plus 24 equals negative 8. And then you're just going to subtract 24 from both sides. Okay. Now let's see what you get here. You have 4r equals negative 32. Divide both sides by 4, and it looks like r equals negative 8. All right, let's see if that works. If I plug in a negative 8 right in there, if I plug in negative 8, interesting. What is negative 8 divided by negative 8 plus 6, which is negative 2? That is equal to a positive 4. So you could almost done that in your head if you wanted to. All right, so what are we going to type in right here? We're going to type in a negative 8. Now that was kind of an easy one. We'll get a little bit more difficult one in just a second. All right, so here's a little bit more complicated one. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. This one's already set up, but I'm going to write it a little bit bigger in case you can't see it. It says 3x minus 2 all over 3x plus 1 equals 1 over 3. All right, so we're trying to basically find what value of x would you plug in here and here to make this equal to 1/3. So we're going to go ahead and we'll do a little cross multiplication. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start with this 3 times the difference of 3 times x minus 2. So we're going to do 3 times the difference between 3 times x and 2 equals, now 1 times 3x minus 1 is, sorry, 1 times 3x plus 1 is 3x plus 1. Okay, so there's our cross products. Now, we need to distribute. So we get 9x minus 6 equals 3x plus 1. And we're going to add a 6 to this side, and we'll add a 6 to this side. And we got to get all the x's by themselves, so I got to take away a 3x from this side, and I got to take away a 3x from this side. Let me do 9x minus 3x, and that gives us a total of 6x equals, now that zeroes out right there, that zeroes out, equals 1 plus 6, which is 7. And then we just divide both sides by 6. Now if you feel more comfortable, you can put the railroad signs there to make sure you know what if you're moving numbers across the equal sign, you know how to do it. Make sure you always do the additive inverse, all right, as you're going across. So our answer is going to be 7 over 6, all right, because these cancel to a 1, so we're left with what? 7 over 6. Now, it's very important that you type in 7 divided by 6, okay? So, and what I'm saying is you don't want to, here, I'll go to Desmos real quick. It would be bad if I did 7 divided by 6, and you try to type in 1.1666666, repeating, and eventually it rounds to a 7. You wouldn't want, that's a repeating decimal. Don't ever type that into the Khan Academy. That would be bad. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, here we go. All right, 6 divided by 2k minus 6 equals 3 over 1. Let's put an equals 3 over 1. So I'm going to do some cross products. I'm just going to go ahead and do them real quick. So we have 3 times 2k minus 6 equals 6 times 1, which is 6. All right, we're going to go ahead and distribute. Get 6k minus 18 equals 6. We're going to go ahead and add 18 to both sides and get 6k equals 24. Divide both sides by 6, and k equals 4. All right, so k is equal to 4. Well, that works. If I plug it in, check it out. If I plug in a 4, 2 times 4 is 8. 8 minus 6 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. It works. So I feel pretty good about, what did I put? What did I put? 4. Okay, yeah. Feel pretty good. Pretty good about putting a 4 there. All right, ooh, got another one. I like this one. A little bit more complicated. Yay! Okay, so what we're going to do is I'll write this one a little bit bigger since it's a little bit more complicated. We've got 2 times p plus 1 over 5 times p plus 6 equals 1 over 7. All right, so let's go do a little cross multiplication. All right, cross products are always equal. All right, now we have 7 times 2p plus 1 equals 1 times 5p plus 6 is just 5p plus 6. And we do little distribution. You get 14p plus 7 equals 5p plus 6. I apologize for my 5s. They're not as nice as other people's, but that's okay. All right, so got to get all the p's to one side. All right, let's do it. Let's take away 5p, take away 5p. All right, minus 7 and a minus 7. Interesting. So we got 14 minus 5, which is 9, equals, that zeroes out, 6 minus 7, which is negative 1. Interesting. That's an ugly. There we go. So p equals negative 1/9. Now you would not put in negative 0.111 and keep going forever. That would be bad. We're going to put in negative 1/9, and we'll see if it works. All right, negative 1 divided by 9. We got it. All right, and so that's basically all you got to do. All right, I'll save this for somebody else. All right, hope this video was helpful, and have a good day. Just put that over 1, cross multiply, solve for z. That's it.